If you were the richest person in the world, what would you purchase? Even though many entertain themselves with the idea, there's only one person who could actually play the scenario out in real life. His name is Jeff Bezos, also known as the world's richest man. As the founder of Amazon, the world's most successful online market, Jeff Bezos holds a net worth of $186 billion. Welcome to Luxury Every Day, where we showcase some of the most expensive, luxurious, and richest around the world. Let us help you get inspired to become who you wanna be. Although Jeff is known as a penny pincher, he does own an excessive amount of extremely pricey things, from companies to luxury items. Here's a list of the 10 most expensive things owned by Jeff Bezos. Starting off our list, we have none other than Amazon itself. Although Jeff Bezos doesn't own all of Amazon, his massive 12% share definitely makes it the most expensive thing he owns. As the founder of the multi-billion-dollar company, Bezos takes more than $100 billion of the share. Millions of users all over the world go on the site to purchase household objects, tools, gifts, and anything else imaginable. Bezos constantly invest and develop within the site, raising the value every year. From the success from Amazon today, it's hard to believe that it started off as an online bookstore out of Jeff Bezos' garage. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the 10,000-year clock. This is a rather strange object that Jeff Bezos has dedicated $42 million to. Besides its absolutely astonishing price, this clock is unique because it is designed to keep time for 10,000 years. Jeff Bezos invested in this in order to have the means to embody the abstract longevity of time itself. Although the clock has not been finished, Bezos expects it to be one of the most unique wonders for dozens of future generations to enjoy. The clock will be extremely simple in design, modest in materials, and easy to maintain. Holding the 8th spot, we have Blue Origin. Just like fellow billionaire Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos found a passion for the potential of space travel. Blue Origin, dedicated to exploring the possibilities of commercial travel to space. The company is certainly one of the more pricey things owned by Jeff Bezos, as he is selling more than $1 billion of Amazon stock per year in order to fund it. Since its creation, Blue Origin has developed technologies to aid in space travel, and ran dozens of test launches. Bezos remains confident that the company will be able to start flying customers into space within the coming years. Next on our list of most expensive things owned by Jeff Bezos, we have his Seattle Lake House. Although Jeff Bezos may drive a beat-up Honda Accord, he doesn't save his money when it comes to real estate. One of his most popular homes is this Seattle mansion, located less than a mile away from one of Bill Gates' favorite houses. Because the city is relative peace and quiet, this home is also where Bezos and his family lived prior to the divorce. The waterfront was an amazing secluded location for the family to enjoy without worrying about publicity. Although Bezos split up with his wife, this lovely home still remains an extremely valuable asset. Coming in at number 6, we have the largest house in DC. One house for a man like Jeff Bezos is of course nowhere near enough. With that being said, he purchased the largest house in Washington, D.C. at a jaw-dropping $23 million. The mansion used to be a textile museum, and features a bold, extravagant exterior perfect for a man of Bezos' stature. After the purchase, Bezos decided to spend an additional $12 million to make the biggest residence in DC even bigger. After all the upgrades, he plans to have 25 bathrooms, 11 bedrooms, 3 kitchens, and 1 giant ballroom. Bezos wants his DC home to be the center of social extravagance, and it looks like his wish is granted. We are down to our final 5 most expensive things owned by Jeff Bezos. Before we continue, be sure to leave a like, and subscribe to the channel for more luxury content. And now, taking the 5th spot, we have the Washington Post. The Washington Post is a newspaper that's been around since 1877, adapting and transforming with time to fit the modern era. In today's time, the Post is primarily a popular online news source featuring reliant information and a touch of tradition. Jeff Bezos purchased the company for a whopping sum of $250 million a few years ago, making it one of the billionaire's most expensive possessions. Although he wasn't interested in the newspaper business at first, Donald Graham convinced Bezos that the Post could use someone with total mastery of the internet in this day and age. Under Bezos, the newspaper continues to thrive and grow. Next on our list, and holding the fourth spot, we have his Gulfstream private jet. I know a private jet may sound like a luxury, but it's almost a necessity when you're on the level of Jeff Bezos. Being the richest, and arguably one of the most important people in the world, does mean that you must be able to travel at a moment's notice. Besides that, when you're famous as Bezos, flying first class just won't cut it. Instead, Bezos bought one of the world's best private jets for $65 million without a second thought. Not only is the Gulfstream G650ER one of the fastest private jets in the world, but it also has a decked-out interior. I'll just say one thing for sure, Bezos is always landing in style. The third most expensive thing owned by Jeff Bezos is Whole Foods. Surprisingly, Bezos also invested in the supermarket business, purchasing Whole Foods for a massive $13.7 billion. Although this may seem like a silly acquisition to many, Bezos had his reasons. To start, the grocery market could use some innovation. Secondly, it's been reported that most Whole Food shoppers are Amazon Prime members, making the transition of ownership smooth, as there is a huge demographic overlap. Overall, Bezos's extremely pricey grocery store chains have proved to do him some good so far. However, it'll be a minute before we see the effects of healthy eating on his overall wealth. Holding the number 2 spot, we have Jeff Bezos' New York apartments. In addition to being Bill Gates' neighbor, and owning the biggest home in Washington, D.C., Bezos just had to get his hands on some New York real estate as well. Bezos spent $80 million on 3 luxurious apartments in the Big Apple, and seems very satisfied with his purchase. After the divorce with Mackenzie, Jeff Bezos decided to purchase the 3-story penthouse, as well as the 2 units under them for convenience. As of right now, Bezos owns about 7 homes all over the country. Along with his private jet, this guarantees that he will always have a home to stay at on the go. And now, for the final most expensive thing owned by the richest man in the world, we have Bezos Day One Fund. Jeff Bezos, an active philanthropist in addition to being the CEO of Amazon, has started a fund with $2 billion of his wealth. He currently used the fund to build preschools in low-income communities, emphasizing the importance of education in early childhood. In addition to creating access to education, Bezos also plans to use the funds in order to help the homeless in the United States. Although his large fund doesn't have the glamour of a private jet, it's easily the most thoughtful thing Bezos has ever bought. Supplying generations of school children with an education. We hope you enjoyed this list of most expensive things owned by the world's richest man. Which one of these expensive things was most shocking to you? Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified every time we drop more luxury content. Also be sure to check out more luxury content on our channel. And I'll see you next time with more luxury.